Warrenton, Missouri is about an hour northwest from downtown St. Louis along I-70. It's a nice fall morning here in the state of Missouri. It's also still early enough in the morning where all of the flannel shirt wearing hilljacks are still at home being hung over from the night before. So while we can, let's go out and explore the city. Flannel shirt wearing hilljacks, that's what Truesdale is known for. Yeah, not really, but yes, really. Anyway, Truesdale is a neighboring city of Warrenton, and it can be thought of as Warrenton's forgotten child. Truesdale might as well be a part of Warrenton, as you can see here how the two cities are laid out. Upon further research, the reason why there continues to be two separate cities here is because the property taxes in Truesdale are 5 times the amount than they are in Warrenton.
Nope.
For a town that's never had more than 1,000 people, Truesdale's city website has a long article on its history. But all in all, the city was founded by a man named William Truesdale, and over time the spelling of the city changed from ending in a D-A-I-L to a D-A-L-E. In 1856, Truesdale laid out his village, and the first train arrived on the North Missouri Railroad in 1857, and nobody cares about the rest of this article. Sorry, Truesdale. Meanwhile, we're currently heading west on the almighty Booneslick Road, and this road starts at the Missouri River in St. Charles before heading west and ending near the town of Franklin, Missouri, which is just west of Columbia. The name comes from a salt lick near the Missouri River that was used to manufacture salt, and a salt lick is defined as a place where animals come to lick essential minerals and nutrients from a natural deposit of salts. Well, eventually humans took over and used it for their own salt manufacturing needs. Booneslick Road was the first main east and west route through the state of Missouri, and it played a big role in helping the state expand. The western end of this trail is also the eastern start to the much better known Santa Fe Trail, which further helped the country expand west, so that's all good and dandy. Truesdale never became much of anything though, as Warrenton has always been the bigger town. Warrenton was named after an American Revolutionary War hero, Joseph Warren, and that's the same dude that Warren County was named after. Warren was the president of the Revolutionary Massachusetts Provincial Congress, and he chose to fight with his soldiers before dying in the Battle of Bunker Hill. Warren County was established in 1833, and Warrenton officially became the county seat in 1835. Warrenton was developed as the center of business and trade for all of the economic activity in the county after being established as the county seat. And once the railroad came through 20 years later, that helped Warrenton grow even more, as it helped encourage mining and other industries. Over the recent years, Warrenton has been one of the faster growing cities in all of Missouri, just as Warren County has been one of the fastest growing counties in the Show Me State. With that said, the population of Warrenton didn't grow to be more than 1,000 until the 1930 census, and it wasn't until after the mass production of automobiles and Interstate 70 was built through town when Warrenton saw considerable growth, as the population growth really started to pick up in the 1970s, and it hasn't looked back ever since, as people continued to flee further away from St. Louis and the surrounding core of inner ring suburbs. That being said, the type of growth that Warrenton has seen, along with all of Warren County, has been suburban-like growth, so you could argue that Warrenton is a suburb of St. Louis, as Warren County is included in the St. Louis metro area. Anyway, you can see here that both Warrenton and Warren County have followed the same trend in population gain since the 1970s, and it's probably not going to settle down anytime soon. Meanwhile, this is Warrenton High School, home of the Warriors. This current school building was constructed in 1996. Among the most notable people who have grown up in Warrenton includes voice actor Robert Damon and scientist Julian Hill, who helped develop nylon, which most of us use regularly today. Warrenton was settled mostly by people of German heritage. There were also some settlers of French, English, Irish, and Spanish descent. Otherwise, like I said earlier, this place remained relatively small until suburbanization became the standard for new population growth in this country. Warrenton has a small, yet historic-looking main streets, and we'll go by that later in the video. Otherwise, there's not much that makes Warrenton exciting or unique, and no, the annual Fall Festival doesn't count. So if diversity and culture is important to you, then there are better places for that type of experience closer to St. Louis, as Warrenton is pretty far away from any sort of nightlife. When it comes to the economy, there's a few major manufacturers in town, including Cascade Plastics and Coca-Cola. Warrenton also benefits from being a part of a major metropolitan area in Greater St. Louis, which altogether is home to 2.8 million people, and is currently the 21st largest metro area in the country. Anyway, if you want some of the higher paying jobs, you'll have to be okay with having a longer commute. The average commute for Warrenton residents is 26.5 minutes, which is about the same as the national average. When you start looking at some of the stats for Warrenton, however, one might start to be concerned. Today, just under 9,000 people live here, and despite the city and county being among the fastest growing areas in all of Missouri, the median household income for Warrenton is noticeably below the state and national averages, as it's at $51,000 per year. However, the county sees a median household income of $68,000 per year. Only 13% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, compared to 19% for the county. And the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $150,000, while the county has a median value of $190,000. The poverty rates in town are at 17%, whereas the county sees a rate of just under 8%. Moving on to the crime data, Warrenton has a violent crime rate of 310 for every 100,000 residents, and a property crime rate of 2,700 for every 100,000 residents. The violent crime isn't so bad, but that property crime is a little bit high. Better go buy a GPS tracker for your car before it's too late. Just saying. Niche.com ranks the public schools as a B-, so not terrible, but not the best. And Area Vibes gives Warrenton a livability score of 65 out of 100, with employment, crime, housing, and schools all receiving poor scores. Another concerning factor is the alarming rate of drugs in the area. It's no secret that the St. Louis area, let alone Missouri, sees some of the highest rates of illegal drug activity in the country. That's right. Unfortunately, you'll see a lot of crackheads and meth mouth in this state. There's even a website that the state of Missouri has put up to inform everyone on the data of drug overdose mortality rates. This map here shows the overdose mortality rate by county, in which the darker shades of purple resemble a higher rate. And you can see that the St. Louis area is by far and away the hardest hit area of the state, with Warren County showing a higher rate than all but one of the neighboring 5 counties. St. Louis City has the highest rate in the area, followed by some rural and suburban counties to the south and west. Despite any issues that Warrenton or Warren County might have, it doesn't seem like people are going to stop moving here anytime soon. The Refresco plant in town just announced plans of expansion in February of 2023, a $20 million expansion at that. It's one of 4 plants in the state, but it's also the largest. Refresco is a beverage company that sells off-brands of soda and other kinds of beverages. The plant was owned by Coca-Cola before Refresco took over in 2021. A separate manufacturer, an American Foods Group, has recently opened a large facility here as well, employing as many as 1,300. So good for you, Warrenton, Missouri. Way to get those manufacturing jobs. This is Warrenton's Main Street, and it looks like the town has done a good job preserving all of the original buildings. To the right is the Blue House Theater, which opened in 1880. It looks like they were getting ready for the annual holiday party on December 4th, 2021. Looks like I came a month too early. What a shame. How disappointing. To the right is the Ernst Schoengart House, which is on the National Register of Historic Places. The house was first built in 1866 before being expanded in 1892. The Schoengart family owned the home up until 2002, when Margaret Schoengart passed away. The property was then given to the Warren County Historical Society, and the home was closed to the public from 2015 to 2021 due to renovations, but today, you can visit the home by scheduling an appointment with the Warren County Historical Society. Man, who needs Walmart when you have Orscheln Farm and Home? No Walmart crowds to deal with, people who don't need to use power scooters using power scooters and jamming up the aisles, nobody fighting over the last pack of Mountain Dew. That's what I'm talking about. Orscheln Farm and Home. Heck yeah, man. Take that over Walmart all day, every day. To the left is Black Hawk Middle School, and the signs outside of it say, drug-free school. Hopefully that's true. But coming from someone who went to middle school in a high drug usage area in a semi-rural part of the Midwest, yeah, probably not. Unfortunately so. Well, I continue to drive around some of the residential areas of Warrenton, and if you're someone that wants to see what the entire town looks like, the rest of this video will be for you. Warrenton might not be the fanciest place for all the stuck-up snobs out there, but it's not that bad. It's a growing community that has plenty of manufacturing jobs nearby, and it's a little bit of a drive along I-70 to get to anywhere interesting, but that's alright because you have the Blue Theater. What is it called? It's called the... let me see. What is it? It's the Blue House Theater, yeah. So you have the Blue House Theater in town. You don't need to go to St. Louis or Columbia or St. Charles even. You can stay in town for all of your excitement, that's right. Well, with that said, I'm going to end the video here, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, as doing all of those things helps these videos destroy the evil monster that is the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell and select yes, so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. If you enjoyed this video, then you might enjoy checking out some of the featured playlists on this channel. Videos with amazing insights on other places like what you saw here can be found in my Missouri playlist or in my St. Louis Suburbs playlist. Last but not least, if you can't get enough of me on here, you can always go follow me on my other social media accounts, and those links are below. We'll see you next time. Peace.